Okay, so I'm working on the wave runner. I got my engine in. Everything hooked up right. No display, no start, no nothing. I did get it to cook over once and immediately suspected the switch, which this is off of my part ski. If you, let's see how you can test this. This is your ignition coming off of your start switch. You should be able to, when you've got your lanyard in, pull your red plug, put your meter across these 2 points, and have continuity through the switch when you depress the button, as long as, like I said, your lanyard. Yeah, the stop switch, you don't need a lanyard to test, and you will have, when you press it, you'll have continuity. But I've taken apart the switch that starts it, and it's just a screw off cap. It's a 2 parts, a waterproof switch. They've got basically a waterproof cover. It's held in place with a screw and a bracket. You take the bracket off with the screw, you can get to this. It's a waterproof switch. I've heard moisture can get in here and mess these switches up too. But the contacts, I had black on the bottom of this piece where it goes down in here. You can see how one of the contacts is kind of dirty. I'll clean that off and see if we can get this switch working. Now, the one thing I am worried about is somebody did a repair. They probably replaced the switch with a used one, and instead of pulling the handlebars, pulling this cover, and rerouting a new switch, they spliced into the wires and repaired it, which is, I guess, an easier way to do it. Maybe not necessarily the best way. And they also cut out the red plug on this, and I've had to splice myself. And this is, like I say, off my part ski, so I have products to test it, but I'm gonna see if cleaning this switch up will fix it. Well, I cleaned the switch contacts, put the switch back together. I've got the switch hooked up to a meter with some clips. I have no display, and the switch is good. I just twisted the wires together, but every time I push the switch, got continuity through the switch, so the switch is good. I'll have to check the continuity of the wiring. Well, saved by the part ski yet again. I couldn't figure out what was going on. See if I can just unplug that and it'll stop. Nope. I knew I did everything right back there, wiring it up. This ski has a bad MFI display in it. I just wired up my part ski MFI display. I get it to start and everything. So having a bad MFI apparently won't allow your ski to start, which was very interesting. So no start condition. I mean, yeah, they hacked the wires. You know, somebody cut out this red plug and, you know, did all this crap, but I've got a bad MFI. I'm going to have to change it out. Luckily, I have one. I don't think these are cheap. So, to remove this MFI display, you've got two 8mm nuts right here. Of course, all the wires we got to come off. Pull the bracket. Push the display out. And pop another one in, which luckily I have one. And MFI is multi-function indicator display. That's what MFI stands for, just in case you were wondering. Now me, I like to get to the root cause of failures. So I'm going to pull the MFI apart. I see there's moisture in here. This thing's been sitting in the junkyard for quite a while. Of course, the part ski sat in the lake for 5 years and it never did this, but somehow moisture got in this one. I noticed when I got it, I could see condensation inside under these. I've heard of people getting moisture in. Like, see, there's a crack on the mode button. That may be all it is. I may be able to put this in a toaster oven or something on like 200 degrees and leave it for a while. It'll cook all the moisture out and it may work again. But since I have a spare, I won't be bothering with it on this particular jet ski. Well, I got my MFI back in and got my start switch all back together, and I did go back with the switch that they had on here because I cleaned it. It was good. Probably the MFI was the problem the whole time. The nice thing about swapping the MFI, I guess, I was just thinking about it as I was finishing up the job here, is this engine actually went with this MFI. So the MFI will be reading a correct hours for this engine. Let's see if I can find the mode button. Which mode are we on here? Let's try to see. Yeah, 93.8 hours. That's what this part ski had on it. So that's what that engine had on it. Very low hours for a Yamaha engine to go out, but the power valve motor in the nose here had failed. You run those when that motor's bad, the engine heats up, the power valves stay in the down position, that piston's going to hit that power valve. There's not enough clearance when that happens. So it's just these power valve motors, lots of people hate them. I have checked for spark. I do have spark. I need fuel. I've got a completely empty tank, and so I need to go buy some fuel, put it in there, see if this baby will start up, because I think we're ready to roll. Hopefully the carburetor's good. That's the only thing I'm concerned about at this point. This is what a first fire up looks like. She fired up, but she sure smoked up the whole shop.